Hello everyone, my name is Jordan, and I'm here with my friend. Michael!
Just keep going.
Okay, his name is Michael Reed, and I guess he's having technical problems. But today we're gonna be discussing, well, first of all, this is Shades of a Song, as usual. We're gonna be discussing our third album today, Montero, by Lil Nas X. Uh, are you, are
I
you,
have no clue if this is working. Oh, it's working. Okay, we're good.
so you're
We're good.
sorted?
We're grand.
We'll edit
Everything's
this,
grand. We're working
this,
great.
okay, we'll edit this part out. Um, what?
I was gonna leave it in.
Well, no, we will, just the extra, anyways. Michael, normally when we start these,
Yes.
you have something that you want to tell me or show me or explain to me. So do you have anything like that today, or do you just want to get into the album?
There was something, girl. There was something, but I can't just make something up off the top of my head.
That's
I mean, I
too
could.
bad. Yeah, I have
I could
complete
just tell
faith
the
that you
audience
could.
everything about you.
You can talk about the cactus if you want.
I don't think that I should talk about the cactus. I think that
Okay.
would make you uncomfortable.
Well, it would, but you often make me
We could talk about
uncomfortable
the
on
Sprite
here.
bottles.
I don't know anything about the
Oh
Sprite
yes,
bottles.
you do. You know, but we can't say it on air.
I really don't.
Yes, you do.
Was it like a toothbrush situation?
Mm-hmm.
With the same...
Uh-huh.
Okay. I do know about the Sprite bottles. And maybe our lovely viewers can make that connection as well. But we'll just leave that to their imaginations. And it was not me, by the way. Anyways, I guess we can get into the
Or it
album
was.
then. No, it was not.
Start conspiracies.
No, it was not.
Edit his face onto an electric
Well,
toothbrush.
first
Please.
of all, Star Conspiracies.
Yeah, start conspiracies.
Is this a Jeffree Star Shane Dawson spinoff
I
of
said
something?
start conspiracies.
We should talk about we're okay.
Talk about what?
Conspiracies.
Oh my god.
Anyways, it wasn't me. That's all you need to know. Okay.
I heard that the earth is flat.
No, Michael, we're getting off topic. We have to talk about Lil Nas X.
Okay.
Cause that's the okay.
Lil Nas X told me the earth is flat.
Well, I don't think he would. He's not B.O.B. Is it B.O.B. or Bob? I don't know. The Haley Williams man. I don't.
You know that I'm known for the bob.
I don't know, but I know he's a flat earther. For some reason.
A
Anyways,
flat earther.
the Jew that did Airplanes with Haley Williams. He was big in like.
You mean the
the
song
ten-
on TikTok that's Rainbow Dash and Mordecai?
I don't go on TikTok
Not Rainbow
enough to
Dash.
hear that.
Twilight Sparkle and Mordecai?
That sounds like a My Little Pony
It is.
thing. I don't know. You'd have to show me that.
Okay.
Not
It's
after.
cursed. It's the cursed side of TikTok.
Oh.
Basically, it's a very poorly rendition of Twilight Sparkle, sitting facing the opposite direction of Mordecai from regular time or regular show.
Yes.
And basically, they just start singing "Airplanes in the Night Sky" are like shooting stars.
What a fun song that. Well,
That's
good
what they do.
song.
They start singing that
Okay, well,
and crying.
Bob is the one that originated that song, and he's a flat earther. But we do need to actually begin discussing the album.
Okay. Did I ever introduce myself?
No, but I introduced you for you.
Oh, you introduced me for me.
I did.
Hmm.
Anyways.
I see what you think of me.
Okay, yeah, I do.
I see where you put me.
Because
on
we
the
were
scale.
not, we weren't
You put me at
prepared.
the very bottom.
I did a countdown and everything
Thanks
for
for thinking
you
that I'm
to be
thin.
ready. You're thin. What does that have to do, Michael?
You put me at the bottom of the scale.
Oh,
Thanks for thinking that I'm thin.
okay, right. Did you just come up with that?
Yes.
I can tell.
You're rude.
The first song on the album is Montero, parentheses, Call Me By Your Name. Do you want to discuss? Why are you yawning?
Because I'm over you.
Okay, well, you talk. You can discuss your opinions.
Maybe you should just be quiet.
N-
Yep. Mhm.
I'm the co-host.
What?
You can,
Nope. Thank you.
Discuss.
So, I love this song. It's fun to listen to, and it's just fun to like do a little jig to. It's a song you can have fun with, and I know that you get mad at me for not having fun with songs,
I do.
but I have a very niche category for fun.
Evidently.
I love the reference in the title to the infamous gay movie of the same title, Calling By Your Name.
People dragged that movie, I think,
I don't care.
for being, I don't know, I've
I don't
never
really
seen
even
it.
know, but it's infamous. It's a very well-known gay reference.
I've heard of it.
I like Lil Nas X's writing style, and I think that his penmanship is very evident. Like whenever it's his song, it's a Lil Nas song, you can tell.
I guess. I'll take your word for that.
So I like it.
Do you not have anything else to say about it?
I don't know. I don't know why I don't have any notes for this song. I'm
Oh.
trying here, but I don't know what is wrong with me.
God, now you know how I feel. Because I don't take notes.
But I think it was a great era, you know, with him coming out, using the song and the reference and stuff.
He came out a long time before this.
I thought he
song.
came out using the song.
No.
I didn't listen to him.
No, he came out like right after Old Town Road.
Whatever.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. Anyways, I like this song well enough. When it first came out, I didn't know if I liked it or not. I really wanted to like it because I like Lil Nas X, and I always have. Michael hated. You hated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Old Town Road's a stupid song.
You just don't know how to.
I'll
have
die on
fun.
the hill. I will die on the hill that Old Town Road is one of the worst songs created ever.
It was. I don't know if it was a cultural reset.
It was a bad song.
But it was the moment
It was
for
disgusting.
sure. You cannot debate
It was
me
disgusting.
that song did something.
It was as disgusting as the Whip and the Nay Nay song.
I didn't mind.
Disgusting.
That song was
Disgusting.
It was fun.
Burn my retinas.
Old Town Road
Gouge my
had
ears out.
more
Rip my
vision
brain out from my nostrils.
than
And then
Whip
just burn
and
me
Nay
alive.
Nay.
I'd rather have that happen.
All right. Well, I liked him because I liked that song, and I liked Panini as well. Yes, I did. Calm down. What is happening?
I don't know, but that cat's about to die. That's what's about to happen. I'm about to kill that cat.
Michael's cat is misbehaving. I liked him. This song was kind of boring to me when it first came out, but then I listened to the lyrics and it was a lot more fun. This is a really horny song. A lot of this album is about wanting a partner of some kind, but this song
That's
does
what
it.
you got out of most of this album?
Yeah, and being lonely. Well, we'll get into that, Michael. I don't know what else you could get.
Tracks?
We'll get into it, I guess. Did you? Whatever. But
Jordan. There's like two. There's. What?
being lonely and being unhappy with.
No.
Yeah.
Being horny.
I said wanting a partner and being lonely.
You said horny.
I did not.
Because you were discussing. You were like in a certain type of way.
Well, that.
You meant
Well,
horny.
no.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I had moved on to. I moved on. Play back the recording and you will see.
I'm so confused because
Clearly.
for a fact, we're like, most of this album is about wanting a partner in a certain type of way. That is what you said. And I'm just trying to figure out where on earth you got that impression.
I was gonna say, although this is in a different type of way, because this one is this is a more, lustful than the album as a whole. But it's fun.
Also, you think the most of the album is about being lonely?
Yeah.
What do you mean by lonely? You mean like lonely in love? You mean like not having a partner?
That, and
Oh my
also
God.
just being lonely in general and feeling alone even though you achieved the success that you wanted. What was you... We'll get into it, I guess. Because I don't know how else
God,
you would read this album.
You really took an extra week to listen to lyrics and didn't listen to them at all, did you?
I did. I like this song as well. I like the production, especially when he says, "Hallelujah, you went on my mind, you've been running through you," it's something. Oh God. I should know the actual lyric. Let's see. It is, oh, it doesn't matter. how did anyway? Okay. But I like the production on that part. I think the song is interesting, but kind of bitter in a way. I think the song is quite bitter, and the oh God, Michael, I don't I don't have a strong opinion about this song.
Then
Other
let
than
me just go ahead
I
and take
like
over.
it well enough.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's an interesting fact that he's never been featured on someone's song before.
Well, he's still pretty new. You know, like,
Isn't he in the Billions Club?
yeah, but I mean,
Okay. Then I don't really care. I just think that it's interesting that he's never been featured on another artist's song before, and he's had so many hits.
okay, and I wonder why that is.
I enjoy the song. I like that it's the introduction to the heavier topics on this album, and I love those heavier topics because I like him talking about them.
I figured.
I also applaud him for being so sincere and going so vulnerable on his first record, his first album.
Yeah, that's true.
I find it very respectable. I like the production of the song. I also very much enjoy the double message that he's playing here with the song that you probably didn't catch on. I enjoy that he is talking in one hand about all the bad interaction he's had during his rise and the people who have lied and you tried to use him for a climb in fame.
Yes.
But on the other hand, he's also addressing his mother.
I saw that. Yes, I did.
Well, you didn't mention it.
Well, I was.
I like that he's addressing
at a
his mother
loss.
and he's giving her the same message as a warning for what would happen if she did not change her ways.
That's true.
And I think that it's interesting that he opened the album with his own name and like addressing who he is and that he's gay on like the first track.
Yeah.
And then with the second track, he is already talking about his mother, almost like a storyline of like, oh, I'm opening with this is who I am, and then like we're starting at the beginning.
Maybe. And well, perhaps some of the songs. I think that personally, I think the track list to this is a little bit disjointed.
Okay, well, Jordan, I'm talking about the first two tracks.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about the first two tracks. You know, the tracks that we've talked about.
Well, we can.
'Cause we're not talking
segue.
about the rest of them right now.
We can.
We're talking right
discuss
now.
the album as a whole
Well,
throughout.
yes, but as of right now, I think it's an interesting opening for it to be as a self-titled album.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first track is his name, and he's talking about who he is as a person. And then on the second track, he immediately gets in with like, oh, this is my parent.
Yes.
This is my mother. And then like we're going to get into his story, and we're going through his story. That is what I like about this track. And I like about these two songs setting that up.
All right.
Whether or not that's continued throughout the rest of the album is a different story.
I would argue
However, I
it's
liked
not.
what it was setting up.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add? I'll just add that I think this song is catchy and pretty fun, are most of the songs. Well, many of the songs on this album. Certainly our next song, Industry Baby, which I love. Michael thinks that Montero is better for some reason. I disagree, because Industry Baby is a lot more fun production-wise. There's more going on. It's more hype. Lyrically, okay, maybe not as interesting, but certainly to listen to, it's fun. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to, get up and just have a nice time. And I like that. And I like Jack Harlow's verse as well. I think he did a good job.
That's what I think about Montero.
I know, yeah. I think we have basically inverse opinions of those two songs.
I've never said that I don't like Industry Baby.
Again, I never said I don't like
Okay,
Montero.
well, you're very harsh on Montero.
No, I'm not that hard. I like Montero.
On Industry Baby, I think it's good too. It's just that when I go to this album, I prefer the slower songs.
I understand.
So
that.
I'm already not really trying to get into
Yeah.
Montero and Industry Baby. I want to jump into his slower and his more deep meaning songs because that's what interests me about this album.
Yeah.
Not his fun times. But when they come on the radio or it's like a shuffle, yes, I enjoy them and I enjoy listening to them, but it's not what I'm on this album for. It's not what I come here for. I come to Montero for his messages.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you, I liked Montero more before Industry Baby came out, and then I realized why listen to Montero when I can listen to Industry Baby. But to address your second point, Michael, I think you'll find, I'm not entirely sure, but you might find that our rankings are more similar than you would expect, because I also like many of the slower songs on here as well.
Okay. Because I almost feel with this album that I might have an inverse opinion, as I did with Sour by Olivia Rodrigo,
Uh-huh.
in that I'm tired of the upbeat and want to get into the deep. And
Yeah.
that, and on how on Sour we were tired of hearing it over and over and over and over again.
We really were.
Even though it was such a good album.
Yeah, it was.
And just wanted to find something upbeat like Brutal or Good For You more often on the track list.
Mm-hmm.
On this one, I really want something slower and more meaningful more often on the track list.
Personally, I think he did a good mix of the two. I'm
yeah,
happy
overall,
with the
it's
ratios.
a good mix. It's just that when I'm listening to the album as a whole,
I understand
much
that.
prefer when I get to the other songs.
Because that's what you prefer. In general, usually. Are you ready to move on
Yes.
to the... That's What I Want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this song. Okay, this song has the most fun. I guess it's the chorus, especially when he says, "That's what I fucking want." I love that so much. And his delivery is great, much better than my delivery just then. But it's kind of like Industry Baby in a way, but in my opinion, well, they're not that similar, but I think this is a better version of Industry Baby. Uh, like I listened to Montero, that was fine, I liked it. Then I listened to Industry Baby, liked that quite a bit upon first hearing it. And then this song I loved. So, they kind of are replacing each other for me with the fun songs on this album as I hear them.
Interesting.
Uh I'll let you talk about the lyrics and meaning.
I don't really talk about the lyrics much for this song, other than I enjoy the song.
Yeah.
I love Lil Nas's gay representation
Mm-hmm.
in the music genre. I like what he brings to the table. I like how forward he is about it and how he doesn't try and hide anything, like some artists tend to do, especially when they first start out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They tend to hide pronouns as a way to keep it inclusive, but also to not out themselves. Yep.
In the year 2021?
Well, I mean, in the modern music era of what I listen to,
Okay.
you can find it very evident with Troye Sivan. He doesn't often use
I believe that.
male pronouns, even though he's talking about men. So I like the gay representation. I like that we're not trying to hide, and I appreciate the fact that Lil Nas is actually giving a voice to the undervoiced Black queer community.
Yeah, well, he is a member of that community.
Yes, and I like that we're giving a voice to it in popular culture.
Yeah, I know. And he tells you exactly what he wants too. He says an Afro black boy with gold teeth, dark skin. That is quite descriptive. And Michael, you I think at some point wanted to talk about homophobia in the gay community.
Yeah,
We don't have
I
to
am
do
going to
that
talk
right
about that,
now.
Jordan, but I don't want to talk about that until it comes up on the album.
Okay. So was it another song?
Oh yeah, Jordan.
Okay.
It's not this song.
I like this song. I think it's fun.
I love that in my notes. I was like, even though I love the whole album, I like the deep stuff. I'm a lyric whore. Sue me.
I would sue you because I'm not that way normally. You just like any lyrics though. They don't even have to be that good. Yep. Yes.
The lyrics that I like are good, honey.
I don't know about that. Anyways, you just...
It's just
you
that I like when
any.
they mean something.
It's not a very high bar for you to connect with lyrics. Which it's fine. That I can't complain to you about that.
Okay, sir.
That's what you enjoy.
Don't come at me for my lyric.
Okay.
I am literally the entirety of our lyric representation on this entire podcast.
And I'm glad. I'm just gonna stop trying, honestly, because I just end up rambling, and no one needs to hear that.
Just find more concise opinions about it.
Well, I don't... Honestly, I haven't had super strong opinions about most of the things we've talked about during this podcast.
I thought you were about to say I haven't had soup And I was like, why? Is that what you're saying? And then I realized what you're actually saying as you finish the sentence.
Yes. It does help to let people finish their thought.
I'm sorry, for some reason in my head, I just automatically fill in what I think you're going to say while I'm listening.
I know
And then it
that.
makes me laugh, because I'm like, that is not what he was going to say.
Yes, I can tell that you do that. Are you ready to
Yes.
move on to the interlude? I have no opinion on this. You can talk about it.
Okay. I thought it was like a nice self-aware interlude. There's not much to say because of how short it is,
Yeah.
but I do appreciate that Lil Nas himself is having the self-awareness of just having fun without finding a purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like it fits for what a lot of the songs on the album are
I agree.
about so
I
far.
think it really sets the tone for the rest.
Yes, I like that. I also do want to mention that it's very much like something that Halsey has said before.
Is it?
Yes, because Halsey was talking about on Manic, when Halsey put the clip at the end of 3 a.m. that plays before you get into Without Me, where it's the dude talking to Halsey about the what the most popular song is.
Take your word for it.
That clip Halsey has talked about, it's an interesting theory or art style to make an album self-aware.
Okay.
Because the album's not supposed to be aware that it has a hit on it. And so the album's not aware, because what Halsey says is that the album is supposed to think that all the songs are treated equally, not that the album is self-aware that there is a hit on it that is better than the rest of the songs.
Ariana found dead in a ditch, I guess.
No, that's what Halsey was saying on the album.
Yeah.
But so that theory, taking that and addressing it in Lil Nas, I think that it's equally as interesting here when Lil Nas uses it to basically make the album self-aware about the fact that it's trying to hide its own depression.
Is it?
Like it's like in the beginning, it's covering its own depression by
in
using
the
fun.
I suppose.
The album itself is covering its emotional scars by trying to have fun before getting into it.
Honestly, I can. You could argue that. Personally, I don't think it's that deep. I think he just put the
song title
fun
is literally
songs.
the art of realization. It's
Well,
literally the art of realization.
But then we go into Scoop, and we have $sign Slime shortly after.
We're not. I don't even want to give airtime to that stupid song. I don't even want to give airtime to that song.
Well,
I hate that song.
We have to. Do you want to move on to Scoop,
We can move on to Scoop.
Okay. Let me first say, I kind of like the transition,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though...
I said that on the last... I put that in my notes for the last thing, that I really enjoyed the transition from the art of realization into Scoop.
Yeah, me too. Even though I don't think they have similar messages
They really don't.
At all, but...
But it adds to my theory that I told you about the album trying to hide its own emotional scars by having fun.
Okay. Well, I would have moved...
Also fits with all the upbeat music applied to depressing lyrics, Jordan.
I suppose, in a way. But let's get into Scoop. I like Scoop. The first time I heard it, though, I didn't. It was actually my lowest song. I thought it was repetitive and boring. But then I listened to it again, and I thought it was fine. It's definitely not my favorite, or even not even close to my favorite song on this album. But I do think it's catchy, and yeah, it's catchy. That's about the best I can say.
It's catchy. I think it's very flat lyrically. It's literally just about him wanting to be popular and stay popular.
Yeah.
Doja killed it per usual. It's Doja Cat. What do you expect?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Doja killed it.
I don't know.
Fight me.
I didn't like
Get
her
up
delivery.
and fight me right now.
I thought she was pretty much unintelligible, actually, and not
Get
in a
up and fight
fun
me right
way.
now. Get up and fight me right now.
I don't
You better
want to
leave
knock
Doja
over
alone.
this table.
You better leave Doja alone.
She can have a miss. It's okay. It's okay. One is fine.
Doja killed it per usual. Anyways, it's a fun moment. But however, at this point in the album, I'm starting to ache to get into the good stuff.
Okay, you would.
Or not the good stuff, the deep stuff. Sorry. I'm starting to ache to get into the deep stuff.
I know what you meant.
And yeah. However, I do enjoy listening to the album as a whole. I want to put that out there. I do enjoy it. I just really waiting for my deep songs that I want so badly. because I know this album hasn't.
I would say the next one is sort of deep. Not as deep as some of them, but One of Me.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Well, you want to move on to it
Yes,
now?
we can.
Okay. I don't have a strong opinion on this song at all.
I love how you just have no opinion on all of the songs on this album.
I do. Well, my opinions they're fun.
That they just don't exist on
and
most
they're
of this
catchy.
album. I am doing all the heavy lifting on this album, Jordan.
It's not, okay, well,
Oh my god, I hope
on,
that we do better on our next album.
Honestly,
Commentary.
I think this is the best one because I'm not rambling about things
You think this is the best one because you're not talking?
I'm talking, but I'm just not talking about stuff no one
I
cares
prefer
about.
it when you ramble.
I don't.
I like it. It's a conversation.
I think it's
I think it's
boring.
more fun when podcasts are like a conversation between the people talking, because then it makes you think that you're in the conversation.
Well, the thing, I repeat myself when I'm rambling, and no one needs to hear that. And I have a very flat voice as it is. Certainly, you would agree
I
with
prefer
that.
it when you're talking to me.
Okay, well, I'm
It makes
talking to
me
you
happier.
now.
Anyways, for One of Me, I love this song. At first, I didn't
I
quite...
was not finished.
Oh, okay, fine. Whatever.
Where
I thought
is-
you were finished because you were just saying, like, I don't have an opinion.
Well, I'll...
But continue. You can...
Where is Elton John? Is he, like, playing the piano or...
Yes.
Okay,
That's what he's doing.
right.
Elton John is a piano player, Jordan.
Why did we have him and didn't bother to have him sing anything? I don't know. He has
piano
sung-
composing.
Anyone could have done the piano.
Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan.
Why
Jordan,
get Elton John
need to
if
be
you're not going
careful.
to use him to his full
Elton John is a
potential?
gay icon.
Well, he evidently, but I couldn't tell from this album because I
He was
couldn't tell
piano.
that he's on it if
That's
no
what
one
he
told
did.
me.
Elton is a piano guy.
Well, he can also sing, and if no one had told me that he was on here, I wouldn't have known.
Okay.
And let's use him to his full potential.
Jordan, do you know how many people... Jordan. What's that stupid man's name? Another one.
DJ Khaled?
Yeah. How many times is he featured on a track just to say, another one?
And he gets dragged for it.
But just another one.
Elton
That
John...
we let him get away with that.
We should have higher standards for Elton John, should we not?
No, let
Yes,
Elton
we
do whatever
should.
he wants to.
Well, that's true, but I have...
Elton has been so established and such like a big artist, he could do whatever the fuck he wants to.
It seems like a missed opportunity to me, personally, and honestly, I think this song is pretty average. That is my final thought.
Okay. I like this song. At first, I didn't understand what he was saying, and was like, okay, it's just...
It's from the perspective of the other people, I know that. Hey, I'm talking about lyrics.
Yeah, you're talking
which
about
is
this by
what you
cutting me
wanted.
off so that
As many times as you have cut me off.
No, but I don't cut you off to tell your point.
Well, sometimes. You can elaborate on your point. Good.
I will.
Good. Do it now.
Anyways, at first, I wasn't really, I like, just thought it was like a moment. I was like, okay, it's One of Me, whatever. But then, as I listened to it, I realized that he's speaking from other people's point of view.
Yes.
And that it's specifically like a critic or a hater. And I just think it's great. I think it finally gives me what I've been waiting for. The deepness. It gives me what I've been waiting for. I enjoy it. I enjoy the deepness of the, basically like dissecting himself from someone else's point of view that's negative towards him. I like that.
I don't know if this song is deeper than Dead right now. That could be a matter of opinion. It is interesting, though, the perspective.
It really is. But I do enjoy the song. And if you want to move on to the next one, we can.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this. The next one is Lost in the Citadel. Another average
Lost in Citadel.
In the Citadel.
There's a the?
Yes, there is.
There's never been a the.
Look, go on
Honey.
Genius
Honey.
Lyrics.
Honey
And you'll see. Go on
Unless
Spotify.
this is another one of those stupid things. There was never a the. It's another one of those stupid Mandela effects. There was never a the. Because, Jordan, when I wrote the track list down on Google Drive, I had the album up on Spotify on one computer screen. and then I had a second computer screen with Google Drive, and I was typing while reading the titles.
Well, Michael,
So
sweaty,
the V was not there when I wrote that.
I don't know what to tell you. It has always been there for me because I have always lived in this universe. Now, another average song, in my opinion. I think it's lyrically better than it is sonically. Uh, Kind of sad. A lot of the songs moving forward are quite sad. Much more so than this one, really. But I think this song did what it was trying to do. I would listen to it, I guess. Uh, Sound of it, in my opinion, does not match the lyrics, cause it's like a song about your lover, I guess. Not
Maybe I was
leaving.
wrong.
What do you mean we were wrong?
Specifically in my notes, I say, there's not really too much to say because he's very self-explanatory in his lyrics on this track, which I'm sure is a nice break for Jordan if he would ever listen to them.
I did. I just didn't take notes, so I have to like read through them as I'm speaking. I'll take better. Go to school, okay? You know, it's hard.
Jordan?
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
It's really not.
It's really not.
Well,
Your album review should take less than like an hour to do.
Well, hey, no. I have to like
When you're typing, less than an hour to do.
Well, I
Should
type. I listen and then I type again. I listen and then I type
takes
and then
me
I
less
listen
than 2
again.
hours to go through it.
I can't go through it once and have all of my thoughts.
I pull up the song and I put it on repeat, and then I pull up the Genius lyrics and I go through the Genius lyrics while listening to the track and I write my review.
That's how I do my Billboard stuff, but I can't do that for albums. I have to like listen to the album all the way through and write about each song a little bit as it comes on.
Or I try to write about it all the way through in one listen.
Yeah, no. I couldn't. I can't even remember what songs sound like after one listen, honestly, unless I really liked one.
I go through and as the album's playing, I write my review while the song's playing.
Well,
And then when it goes off, I go on to the next one.
Okay, I can't do that. But I could take more notes. You are correct about that. But you can talk about this song if you'd like.
I will.
And I might respond to you.
Although I'll have to look at the lyrics because I didn't really write down anything because I thought it was self-explanatory.
Well, I could have looked up the lyrics if we were in.
Because I was like, I really connect with the song because I understand what he's talking about and the emotion he's feeling in the track. That's what I say. That's what I said.
Yes. Well.
That's pretty much all that I said because I was like, I really feel the emotion that he's talking about.
I can understand how.
And I'm sure you do understand why I feel the connection.
I think I do.
I mean, yeah, I can feel the connection. I mean, usually there's a lot of people who could probably relate to crying on the floor.
You think? I thought that was a trope. I guess they have to come from somewhere.
Okay, I might be living in my own little universe if I'm the only one that cries on the floor.
People probably do. It's probably just me that doesn't. I don't know.
On the shower floor.
My life is not sad enough for me
Curled
to
up
have to
under the
cry.
shower, sitting on the floor of the shower, crying.
I don't know. I'm not really a crier, so.
Well, I'm not in
What?
person. I hide it so that no one sees me cry.
I'm not a crier ever.
Because I don't like to let people see me cry. I don't like people to let me see I'm upset.
It's awkward for me to see people upset, but some people can handle it better than others.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that he was very clear with his message on the song and didn't really need to be explained much.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't write many notes about it.
I kind of would agree if I had remembered.
And so that's why I didn't write notes. I just was like, yeah, I really like it. I connect with it. Self-explanatory song.
Oh, the only thing, I think I said this already, but I just think it sounds a lot more fun and lighthearted than it actually is lyrically. But I kind of like that about it.
Once again, you're still not helping your defense of me not having a correct theory.
I never said that your
Well, you were like,
theories were
well, I
wrong.
don't know about the album doing that. When I said that my theory was that it's trying to mask its emotional scars. And once again,
As
you're
a
making another
whole,
comment that is benefiting my theory.
as a whole, I don't know if that's the case. Some songs, perhaps, but the whole album, I don't get that impression. Just certain parts of it. Are you ready to move on to your fave?
I hate this stupid song. I hate it.
$sign slime.
I hope people listening aren't Megan Thee Stallion fans because they're gonna drag me.
You have such a weird relationship with her.
She's a hit or miss artist.
Well,
That's what she is.
It seems like you've decided finally that you don't like her.
She's a hit or miss artist. She either does it well or she doesn't, and most of the time she doesn't.
She did a better job in her verse than Doja Cat did on hers, and I will not accept rebuttals. I don't think that would be a productive debate because you won't agree with me, but I feel pretty strongly about that. That said, I don't like this song either.
God, thank God.
It's repetitive, but it's not as fun or catchy as Scoop, so I can't really forgive it. And it comes like after I don't know how we have $sign
It comes
slime.
between two of the better songs.
Yeah, it does. And it's such a weird part. I would put it like
I would
after.
delete it. I would delete it. I would delete this song.
I would delete this song and Scoop.
I don't even find any lyrical gratification in this song at all.
I like the boastfulness. I think that's pretty
I don't
fun.
understand it.
It's he's going to Neiman and Marcus.
Sounds stupid.
$sign
slime. $sign slime.
It's just
It
a
sounds
normal,
stupid.
like boastful hip hop song
I don't
about
like it.
having money.
I mean,
and
I guess I could
spending
find
money.
someone who found. I can understand why people find it fun, but I don't like it.
I
don't really care for Megan on it either.
I know.
I don't think her sound fits the track.
I think her songs.
I don't think it fits at all. I think that it sounds weird. I think it sounds awkward, her being on it.
Honestly, Michael, I haven't listened to this song enough to make a judgment about that, and I don't want to, really.
Because I find it awkward, the transition from him to her on the song. And then I don't really care for how she sounds literally the exact same on every single track she's ever on.
That's a valid critique of her. Are you ready to move on to Tales of Dominica? Yeah, you have been ready. I love Tales of Dominica. I think, well, we'll get into the rankings, but I
really, love this song.
Okay, I'm glad. I didn't know.
It's one of my faves.
I'm glad. Me too.
It's literally a straight up dig at me.
At you?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Look at the lyrics.
Yeah,
Don't explain it, but look at the lyrics, and you would know why. But like I've literally experienced the exact situation that he's talking about, literally word for word.
The
word for word.
Maladaptive daydreaming about being famous.
Jordan, did we not read the same lyrics?
Do you mean the chorus?
No, the whole thing.
Well, I interpret this song as being about, like, the island made from fame is like an island in his head where he's famous, and it's like maladaptive daydreaming because his actual life isn't great. And like on a tropical island, you're kind of isolated from everything, and it's just fun and carefree, like being famous would be.
Okay, so you have taken this album more in the direction of fame, in his discussion of fame.
And Partners, but
this
both of those
album is more a discussion of his personal life.
Well, I think that's a subjective thing.
He's in his broken home. He's talking about his home life with his mother.
Right, and that's what he's daydreaming about being famous to avoid. The island made from fame.
It's not made from fame.
It's
made from faith.
Faith? Well, faith that he'll become famous.
It's his hope to get away.
Right. Because he'll be famous. The faith.
Okay, but he's not directly talking about fame.
But this whole album is about him wanting to make it big in the music industry. So
Okay.
I assume that it's faith that he'll become famous.
But if you read it lyrically, like if you read it literally, Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
read the song lyrics literally. I've experienced it word for word.
Okay, well, I don't, sure. Really?
Jordan, woke up on the floor, this plastic bed don't blow up no more.
Oh, I thought you were
Read it
talking
lyrically.
about, like, the
In this broken
post-chorus.
home, everyone becomes predictable.
Well, that part,
Sometimes you're
yes.
angry,
Yeah,
sometimes you're
yes,
hurting.
yes, I understand. We don't have to go through the whole thing.
And the hope part, you could be talking about hope to get away in any sort of context.
I like it for being famous. Because it's an island. So, like, on an island,
Yes, Jordan,
you're
but it doesn't
isolated.
have to necessarily be that.
I want it to be that. But you're right. It's a matter of opinion.
And out on my own, I'm floating in an oceanless sea. Doesn't have to connect to fame either.
Yeah,
That's just him getting away and then realizing that the world's not as easy as he thought it would be.
That's
All of his hope is dripping away.
fair
Oceanless
enough.
sea, there's no water, there's no hope, there's no escape.
That's fair enough. Yes. Uh, do you have anything else you want to add
Well, I
about
gotta
this
get back to
song?
my thing.
Well, while you're doing that, I will say that I really like the end of this song, like the instrumentals at the end. Oh my god, the instrumentals at the end. Why would I be mad at you?
Okay, anyways, yeah, I find it perfectly vulnerable. I think that this track is one of the ones that make this album deserve the title of his name because it is dissecting who he is as a person and his life experiences.
The title of his name? Oh,
Being the title
the
of being his
album.
name.
I thought you meant like his Lil Nas
Um,
X being his
No.
artist name.
I find that it's perfectly vulnerable. It's describing who he is and what he's experienced to make it to where he is now. Everything that makes him Montero.
Uh-huh.
So, if you want to move on to the next one, we can.
Okay, I'm sorry, Michael. I was just stealing.
I understand.
some-
I know.
Okay.
Jordan, who do you argue with by text whenever you're here? I already know who it is. Moving on. Let's go to the next song.
Okay, the next song is Sun Goes Down. This song is sad.
This is the song that I want to talk about racism and homophobia. In.
Okay. More this one instead of more.
Yes.
Okay. Go on. You start.
Okay. He's giving an anthem to black gay men who struggle due to their intersectionality.
I thought it was just mostly him personally, but I
It's
suppose.
the unique experience to being a black gay man.
I guess.
I wouldn't know exactly about it, but based on reading media and stuff, I can put together the piece of what they might experience, but I would never understand the experience personally.
Okay.
But that's what he's doing. They have a hard time due to their sexuality and homophobia, prevalent in their own community.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, they have a problem with racism in the LGBTQ community.
I know.
So they're both, I don't even know the word for it, but they're being attacked on both sides.
Yeah.
They have no safety blanket. And that's what the song's talking about. And the part he's talking about not liking his own features, but he's also talking about not wanting to be gay.
Yeah.
So he's just basically expressing that he doesn't want to be black because it's hurting him in the LGBTQ community, but he doesn't want to be gay because it's hurting him in the black community.
And Michael, I definitely agree with you, and I don't think that it's talked about enough on either side. I'm black, actually, as hard as that may be for some people to believe, because people like to think that all black people sound alike, which this isn't that podcast for that discussion. But yes, you're correct.
It's the song for that
there is
discussion.
a lot. Well, that's true, but we could go on because I have a lot to say about my anyway. Yeah, especially in the black community. I mean, like my family, I don't think is homophobic really, but certainly minorities in general, I think it's more of an issue than among white people, and it's not often talked about as being an issue.
And what I've seen, I wouldn't know. So if it's not fact, don't hate me. It's just what I've seen, what I'm piecing together. I feel like homophobia is more of a problem for the black gay men, not women.
well, I think in general, the homophobia comes from men more so
Yeah,
than it
I think that
does.
homophobia is more
It,
prevalent on men than it is on
I
women.
agree, especially with minority
Because
groups,
the
I
issue
think.
with women is that they're sexualized
Sexualized for
for being gay.
being gay.
Because they're treated as objects for the straight male
Yeah.
attention,
Yeah.
which is just a normal issue for women being sexualized, since that's literally all that they do, all that
Yeah.
happens. They get sexualized for literally everything.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Uh,
I do enjoy that song. I like the conversation that it's opening and talking about racism of the whole community and then homophobia of his community.
I.
And so I like that. I also enjoy in the end he's still trying to reassure others to make them okay, but
Mhm.
that while he's felt these emotions and they may be feeling them too and wanting to kill themselves,
Yeah.
that they shouldn't, because there's more to life than what they're going through at the moment.
Yeah, I
Even though
agree.
he's felt it at the same, he's still trying to reassure people, and I like that.
I think this is probably one of the best songs lyrically and meaning wise on the album.
It's
I
very dynamic lyrically.
Yeah, it is. I think it has pretty good storytelling too. It has a nice progression, although it is very sad. But it has a nice ending, a hopeful ending, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to Void?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Oh, you should start
Okay.
this discussion.
So this song, I believe, is a continuation of the conversation that started in the past track.
Okay.
But what he's doing is discussing his feelings more.
Oh, I wanted to say, yeah.
Um, Hodo is a Greek term used in reference to the road.
Okay, like a road?
Like the road. Like you're driving down the road.
Okay.
Hodo, Hodo,
Yes.
what I've learned from it is that it's a Greek term used in reference to the road, which could mean that he's talking about leaving and going on the road
Okay, so like
to escape the struggles that he's facing from
j-
the last song.
right.
Which this does lean into your fame theory.
Mm-hmm.
But he believes that the road, the only thing in the world that he believes loves him, is just being on the road.
Okay.
Because he thinks that he's all alone in the world and that nothing loves him other than the road that he's taking him away.
Honestly, you looking at the lyrics now, I think you're probably more right than I was. I thought that this song actually took place after he became famous and it was about not being fulfilled the way he expected. But
I do. I think it's more of an escape from the reality of being ostracized in both of your communities back home.
mm-hmm.
If not also a double meaning of him trying to escape his mother.
Yeah. I read, okay, on the Genius lyrics, I read that Blue actually.
Yeah, I'm about to get into that.
Yeah, okay, well, you get into it then.
Blue is also another movie reference
God, I want to watch that movie.
because it's the reference of the love interest in Love, Simon, where they refer to this person as Blue in order to avoid outing him.
Yes.
So it appears that he's talking about his struggle with being in the spotlight and also trying to escape the world. So he's trying to escape, and then he's talking about his struggle being in the spotlight.
Yeah, I definitely saw more of the spotlight aspect when I listened to it, but
I think that
you're
the
right.
blue part is the spotlight, because in that he's talking about hiding, because blue was used to hide. So I'm thinking that he's longing to hide from the spotlight, but he also thinks that the only way for him to escape his own depression was to get to the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
The song is very hypocritical.
Yeah, I can see that, and I think that's an interesting thing to do in this song. I like it.
And then I like the title.
Void.
I like that it's called Void, because I think that it's like he's saying that he's speaking to the void, since it isn't a real conversation. It's just his inner thoughts.
I think the title fits the song very well.
I love this chapter of the album.
This part.
This chapter, this whole section.
Yeah. Overall, I don't really care for Void that much. I think it's a decent song. It's just not for me personally. But
I think it was more for him to heal.
I suppose so. But there is a song that is exactly for me. Oh, did you have anything
No.
else you wanted to add? Okay. Yes, there's a song that is exactly for me. Yeah. Don't Want It is the next song. I love this song. I really do. It's giving me everything that I wanted from like Montero and Industry Baby, and that's what I want. It is short, which I don't like. I wish that we could get.
It's
My
always the short ones.
phone is burning up.
It's always the short ones.
That I like?
No, it's always the short ones that you want more from.
Oh, well, that's true, because there's not enough of this one, in my opinion. I also kind of like the juxtaposition between Void being a very sad, slow, bare bones song, and this being a very fun, loud,
Well, that's the point of it.
triumphant song. I like that.
Because this song is, I think there's chapters on this album.
Okay.
And this song is the last chapter, or the last, like, part of the chapter of the conversation you started with Sun Goes Down.
Oh, I can see that
It's
for
the
sure.
last piece of the chapter.
Yeah.
It's linking back to his success, and he's continuing the narrative of how he would have ended his life if he didn't succeed in his career. So it's continuing, it's this whole idea of that, and then that I'm trying to escape something, I'm going to kill myself if I don't escape it. And then it's him reassuring himself that now he's in a place where everything's okay.
You were so loud
I'm
when
so
you
sorry.
said
I don't know
that.
how I got that loud.
It's okay, Michael.
But so he's reassuring himself now. So he went from, oh, this is happening, I'm trying to escape it, to now I'm internally struggling, I'm in a dark place, and then he's like, it's better now. I have to remind myself I'm no longer in that situation. I am a healed person now. He's accepting what his past emotions were, and he's accepting that that's what he felt. He's accepting that that's a real emotion that he felt, and it's valid. But now he's out of it, and he's escaped. And it's also acknowledging that he's stronger from going through his past.
Yes. I agree with all of that, Michael, actually. And I just want to reiterate that I really love this song.
And I think that the stronger message comes straight from the lyrics about the Reaper, telling the Reaper that he don't want it,
Yes.
which is common slang for you don't want to fight me because I'll win, which is basically his emotion that if the dark emotions come back, he knows he's strong enough to fight them and make it out.
Hold on. I'm just reading something. Okay, the lyrics. Because I thought it was, I don't want it, but you're right, it is he, I think.
Yeah, it's telling the Reaper you don't want it.
Okay.
Tell the Reaper he don't want it, don't want it.
Either way, it's good, and I like it. Are you ready to move on?
Yes.
And this is like a fun, upbeat song that actually serves a purpose, too, lyrically, unlike some of them, I will admit, usually, fun party type songs don't really have
This
much
album
of a
is meant
job.
to be deeper.
Deeper than what?
Just what you're saying.
Oh, deeper in general?
Yeah, it's just meant to be deeper.
Well, I think it's executed very well on Don't Want It. You ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay, life.
You want to start, or do you want me to start?
Well, you've been starting. I guess I'll start.
I can if you want me to.
Okay, yeah. Life After Salem.
Do you want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. Life After Salem, like I've been talking about my chapters. This is the last song in the trilogy of Tales of Dominica, Lost in Citadel in itself. Lost in the Citadel.
I definitely see it with Lost in the Citadel. Tales of
You
Dominica.
don't see Tales of Dominica being in that part too?
Not really.
Okay, well let me explain it to you then. Okay, so Lost in the Citadel is about a past relationship / friendship that went sour. I'm saying friendship because that's how I connect to it. And having to emotionally move past it.
Yep.
While Tales of Dominica is about home life and life before fame / stardom.
Yep.
Life After Salem is basically an update
Oh, yeah.
where now the lines of business and personal life have blurred, and he might not be able to differentiate between the two, like a lot of celebrities nowadays.
I get it. No, yeah.
It discusses how it discusses the blurredness because he feels the same about both situations.
Mm-hmm.
So he's telling his ex-love, who came back once he got famous, to go ahead and mistreat him again and take what he wants from him. But on the other hand, it can be used as something being discussed with the general public as well, because he could be telling them to take everything they want, since he now lives a life of trying to please the masses and make them love him, even if he explicitly doesn't want to do that.
Well, he has enough money now that
Well,
if
yes,
he didn't want
but
to.
in the end, that's what life as a celebrity is. You're trying to please the masses. Even if you don't want to, you have to.
I don't know about, you could just retire. I mean, it's not like
He's 21 years old. He can't retire.
He has millions of dollars.
It will run out.
Only if he's very bad with money.
Yeah. The way that he's living now, he would run out of money.
I know. Well, all I'm saying is he can adjust, live as an upper middle class person
as a
and
celebrity.
retire.
That's what your life is pleasing the masses.
That's true.
Even if he doesn't necessarily want to do that.
That is true.
But it's the connection
it's your job.
between the two. It adds this whole storyline between the three.
Yeah. I see that, especially because Genius imply that Salem is him becoming famous.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
it's meant from the
that.
last song. But also the title itself is saying life after.
Yeah.
So he's talking about after something happened. So it's referring to the conclusion of the two tracks from before he went famous.
Mm-hmm. Well, personally, I like to think of this song more as just a direct sequel to Lost in the Citadel. I think that fits it a little better, because for me it's just a little bit more direct and easier to see. Do you want to talk about anything about this musically?
I mean, I like it.
Okay, yeah.
I already told y'all that I like all of the songs that are at the end.
I really like this song too. It's one of my favorites. I love the way he says, "Take what you want from me," or "what you want from me." Yeah. I think that's some of his most interesting vocals on the entire album, and pretty different from the. Are you mouthing? Okay. And pretty different from the rest of the album too, and I quite liked that. I also like the tension that's built at the beginning before the chorus and the pre-chorus. Actually, this whole song kind of builds tension to the final song on the album, featuring Miley Cyrus. Am I Dreaming?
I love this.
Michael, you can start then, because it seems.
I'm so excited we finally got to this song. I love this song. This is the only reason I listened to this album was because of this song.
Really?
Yes.
I would have made you listen to it so we could do it.
Well,
for
I was
going
gonna
to
listen to it anyway.
Yeah.
But basically what happened was I was on my phone. I think it was the day that we were going to record If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power.
Mm-hmm.
It was the night before, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Late?
Or like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. And I
We
went
have to go
onto
to bed.
Instagram, and the song popped up that it was out because I follow Miley. And I was like, I really want to listen to that. And so I go to listen to it. And so that's the first song I listened to on this album, was Am I Dreaming?
Starting off strong.
I didn't listen to anything else before that. I listened to this song first.
Well, you listen to the singles.
Well, yeah. But, so, listening to this album, consuming it as a whole, this is the first song I listened to.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to this, and I went, damn, that fucked me up.
I know.
I was like, that is so good. And I went, okay, guess I'm just going to have to listen to the whole thing now. And then I sat there for the rest of the night and listened to the rest of the album.
Okay, multiple times? Or
No, I just listened to the whole album in a
Okay.
row. Like, right after that. Didn't get to bed till like 3 o'clock before we did If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power.
Well, knowing you, I would think that you heard one of your favorite songs first. Do you want to say anything
Oh, yeah, I
else?
have plenty
Okay.
of theories about this song, too.
Well, you can go ahead.
So, the song...
Actually, I just want to say my one lyrical thing before you do, in case you say it. This song sounds like a suicide note to me, or a retirement declaration.
okay, I get what you're saying there, but that's not how I took it.
It sounds like that to me. You go ahead,
Okay,
Michael.
so on Genius, it has been dissected as being a song about the struggles of the two of them being LGBTQ people who rose to fame young
I prefer my suicide.
and had to live in this industry. But I think it goes deeper than just that.
It has to.
Because I don't even think that that's remotely what the song's about.
I don't either,
Because
really.
Miley's identity is not usually something that's of question to anyone.
Her identity?
Yeah, like her being anything in the LGBTQ community.
Oh.
I didn't even think that she was. I just thought that she was a perfect ally.
I think she's something.
She might be bi or something. But I don't really
think
know.
she is.
Because I just thought that she was like one of the most excellent allies in the community.
Okay.
But that's never been a question to me, so I did not think that it was about that. I think that the song is directly about when they walk off the stage or when someone finishes playing a song that they've written.
That's an interesting interpretation.
Because I think that it's for how the story ends when the person listening or watching finishes the song, finishes consuming the song. But for them, meaning Lil Nas and Miley, they have to sit and relive all of the tales that they have immortalized every time they have to discuss it or perform it.
Yeah.
And then they have to go through the whole healing process again with the lyrics. Because they're reliving the entire story.
I suppose.
If you don't believe me, go look up the clip of Miley Cyrus singing Wrecking Ball at the 2021 Super Bowl. Because when she starts singing Wrecking Ball, she has a whole meltdown and starts crying during the song.
Okay, well. I would think you become desensitized eventually, but I'm not a celebrity.
And I also think that it is about them begging to not be forgotten. And hoping that they don't get written off as this crazy young artist who did this wacky thing. And that's all that they are. Because that isn't what they are. Miley may have do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but Miley may have done some crazy things when she was young, but she's done a lot of good in her career.
I know.
And she makes a lot of songs with topics that heal people. And make them not feel alone. And I think the same is to be said about Lil Nas X. He isn't someone who should be written off as this person who did that crazy gay video, or that gay man who has made a lot of, or that gay man. He has actually made
Old Town Road Man. Also,
whatever.
let's not erase
I'm
his
erasing that because I don't like it.
Thing.
But he's made a lot of healing songs on this album alone. Helpful
Certainly on this
songs.
album, yes.
And so I think that's what the song is about. Is it's about the feeling of how it might have be over, especially because it's the last track on the album. The album might be over for the listener, but the feelings and the emotions are still something that they have to fight with every day.
What I get from this is you have a movie, okay, and it's about an art, like a singer, and they just got off stage performing, and the whole time they've had, throughout the movie, they've had a bunch of mental health issues, right? Okay. And that was the focus of the movie. And it's like the end, and they were performing the last song on their stadium tour. And so it starts playing as they're walking off stage, and interspliced with that is them sinking in the ocean or a swimming pool because they're drowning themselves, and then they die. That's what I'm getting from this.
Spoiler alert, skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to be spoiled about this book. You mean the direct ending to that Kate Chopin book?
I have Kate Chopin.
Kate Chopin, yeah. You remember the book we read?
I guess it sort of is like
The
that,
Awakening?
but she wasn't a musical
Yeah, but that's exactly what
person.
she did. She walked into the ocean and killed herself.
Yeah, that was a good book.
I loved that
And
book.
people didn't like it.
And people wanted to drag it. I was mad.
I
was
know.
mad because that was the best book we read all year.
I liked both that one and Call, the one with Chris
I was
McCandless.
livid because that was the best book we read all year.
I liked that book too, but it was kind of. I can see why people didn't like it because it was kind of hard.
But it was
Hard
the
to
better
read.
of the ones that were like that type of writing that we read.
Oh,
in
for
class
sure.
before. It was the best.
Of that type, absolutely.
I'll fight for that book any day of the week.
Absolutely. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I'm getting, and I like my interpretation, even though it's very sad.
I can get that.
Because I feel, I would have said it's just like drowning.
I like how we both took walking off stage, though,
Uh-huh.
as a
The
theme from it.
whole-
I think that makes that concretes both of our theories, because we both
Yeah.
said the same thing.
I feel like Miley's verse especially does that. And
No,
she sounds
Little
great.
Nas, when he was singing it, I was like, oh my God, I'm so in my feelings right now. Like, this is so good, and I'm so sad. This is such a sad song, and I'm like, I'm like, oh,
No.
it does for me what Grand Piano by Nicki Minaj does to me.
Okay, yeah, well,
And
that is
so
something.
I was like sitting there, I was like, oh. And then after he like stopped, took a break for a second, I think it was after like the chorus or something, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not ready for Miley to fuck me up too. And then she went directly into
Oh,
it, and I was like,
oh,
oh
she
my
did.
god.
Yes, she did.
And
They
I was
both,
ready to just lay myself down in the casket and go.
they both sound very good on this song. Uh, and I like the water sound at the end. Again, very sad, very, it's
It
giving I'm
cements your
drowning
idea,
myself.
though,
Yes, it
with the
does.
water.
I think that's
What?
why I thought that.
Okay, crazy idea.
Oh,
But what if it is an allusion to that book we just talked about? Because
well,
that's eerily similar.
I feel like that, but well, maybe, but I feel like there aren't quite enough similarities. I love it if Lil Nas X was a Kate Chopin
Like, because like,
stan.
what if it was like an allusion to the
Chopin?
book?
That would be interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case, but it would. And we would have figured it out all on our own, and I'd feel very smart. Um, are you ready
Yes,
to
I'm
do
ready for the
the
rankings.
rankings? Okay. Uh, I'll I'll start, I
Okay.
guess. How many songs are there on here?
15.
11? 15. 15 for me is The Art of Realization. I I just don't know where I would put an interlude that's like 30 seconds other than here. Because I didn't have the visceral reaction to Dollar Sign Slime that Michael had. So, uh, that's why it's here.
Okay, well, 15 for me is Dollar Sign Slime,
Yeah, I,
because it doesn't deserve to be on the album.
mm-hmm. It,
No. No. Fight me.
it has its place. If we were gonna trim this album, I'd remove Dollar Sign Slime and Scoop, and,
Okay.
and even Industry Baby, but, uh, for the album doing what it is, I think it has
Dollar
its
Sign Slime needs to
place.
be gone, no matter
It's
what.
like the one boastful rap
Stupid
song. You've gotta have
It's a
that.
stupid song.
Even if it wasn't
I hate this
very
song.
well executed.
Yeah. Well, not well executed at all.
No.
Anyways, 14. Do you want to go?
Dollar Sign Slime for me.
Okay,
We
mine was
just
The Art of
talked about
Realization.
it. Okay.
Just because I was like, it was such a. The reason I put it at 14 was because it's so small, I can't compare it to the rest of the songs. However, it was so interesting and dynamic in its meaning that it is definitely not below Dollar Sign Slime.
Oh, well, okay. I agree with you that it had its place on the album and was as necessary as an interlude can be. Uh, number 13.
Number 13.
I feel like we're gonna have the same one.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I put Scoop.
Yeah, me too. Okay. I could have told. It's. I actually liked this less than Dollar Sign Slime at first, as I said. It's fun.
It hurt me to put Doja Cat that low.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Well, this is a pretty strong album.
I know, but it hurt me to put her that low as a featured artist.
Yeah. Uh, but it is catchy though, so that's
Yes.
something. Oh, and I didn't say, this is my mid tier now. Dollar Sign Slime was the only song in the bad tier for me, and then The Art of Realization, I'm not gonna put it in a tier because it's not really a song.
Okay, would you like to move to 12?
Yep. For me it's Void.
Okay. I put That's What I Want.
Okay, well, I guess we are gonna have some differences here. Really? But that's what I want is so fun. How do you just ignore the chorus of that song?
Because of my love of the rest of the songs.
Fair enough. I guess so. I think if they were gonna send another song to push as a single, they should push That's What I Want. Want to move on to 12?
You mean 11?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Take your word for it.
11.
I put One of Me.
Okay. I put Void.
Okay, well, we're not that far off for Void. You want to talk about Void? Because we didn't really...
I really enjoyed Void, but like I said, other songs I think deserved a higher ranking.
Yeah.
It's very hard to put down songs that I think are all like very equally good.
Yeah, I feel I can understand that. I don't know if I would say these are all equally good, but I do. They are in the same. They're all very good, I think.
Hmm.
Void, to me, just kind of got lost in the album. Like, it was
Like
fine.
it got lost in a void.
Well, yeah. It was fine. It did what I think it was trying to do, but I'm not the target audience of Void.
It's good. It's just that I had better connection with the rest of the songs, and I think that there are songs that deserve a higher place on this
There absolutely
list.
are.
Other than that, do you want to go to 10?
Yep.
Okay.
Lost in the Citadel for me.
Okay. I put. You're gonna kill me. I
I
put "Don't Want
am.
It."
Yeah. Well, okay. Listen. I can understand why. I really like Don't Want It, but it is a short song that's mostly just like the hook. It doesn't do a whole lot, although in the context of when it is on the album, I think it does something. But I can understand. I understand that more than That's What I Want, honestly.
Eh.
Is it raining?
No, it was just creaking. But if we can finish this quickly,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I think we'll finish.
Okay. So you want to move to 9?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first? Wait, did you say what you put to 10?
I said Lost in the
Oh,
Citadel.
okay. Do you have a reason? Do you want to talk about that?
It's just, there are other songs I like better.
Okay, the same reason for all of them.
Yeah, basically the whole mid-tier is that.
Okay, so do you want to do 9?
Yep. 9 for me is Montero.
9 for me is Industry Baby.
Wow. Okay. I wonder if you're gonna put Montero where I put Industry Baby. Probably not.
I don't know, but do you want to talk about that when we get to them?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's at 8?
Sun Goes Down.
Oh, I'm so sad. I put Montero at 8. I was so hoping that you would put Industry Baby at 8, and we would have just had them flopped.
No.
Because that would have been so cool.
We've got a short ways to go for Industry Baby.
Yeah, so basically with those, they're both upbeat songs. You know that I don't connect with them well.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
I
listening
know.
to them. But like I said, I prefer Montero to Industry Baby just a little bit more. So I put Montero above Industry Baby. But they're down there because I like the deep songs.
Mm-hmm. I really... Out of the party songs, you did not do what I did at all. But that's okay. A debate can be had, unlike some disagreements we've had on here in the past. Next, what's the next
Next one
one?
is 7.
Okay, for me it was. Oh wait, did I already say "Sun Goes Down" for mine?
Yeah, you said that as 8.
Oh, I just want to say that song reminds me of "Sick of the Sun" by Poppy. I forgot to say that when we were discussing it.
You mean the one that I thought was like a direct, like,
Yeah.
way too eerily, like, accurate of a prediction of COVID?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Like sonically,
We should do
they
that
sound the
album.
same. That would be interesting. Maybe a little later on in the year.
Because I love that album.
I like it too, and I don't even like metal much.
Okay, so 7?
Yeah. This is in the good tier for me now.
Okay.
Dead Right Now is my number 7.
Okay, so at 7, I put Life After Salem.
Really? Okay. That's kind of surprising to me that you put that low.
Because I preferred other things. There's
shocked
the other
you
ones
put
that
it.
I preferred.
So you put it below Dead Right Now.
Yeah. I prefer Dead Right Now's catchiness and, like, song production and stuff. I prefer that to Life After Salem.
Such a weird idea of catchy.
I really enjoy it because in my head, like, treat me like I'm dead right now.
Yeah,
I get that in my head.
It is good.
And I like it. I enjoy it. I
It's a
enjoyed
good
it a
song.
little bit more than Life After Salem.
Okay. Well, then is Life After Salem your next one?
But Life After Salem was 7.
Oh.
You put at 7, you put Dead Right Now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have anything to say about Dead Right Now?
No, I think I said everything.
Okay. So at 6, I put Dead Right Now.
Okay. Do you want to talk about that, or should
Well, I just talked about that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
liked Dead Right Now.
I put Industry Baby.
Okay.
Yeah. So only like 2 off from where you put Montero. I like this song, as we should know, but there are better songs on the album. You ready, Mikey?
I just thought it was interesting that I put Dead Right Now 1 above where you put it.
I know.
We're
I
so
was kind
eerily
of
similar
right.
on this.
Yeah, I thought we would be, because I liked the slower songs for once.
Okay,
Somewhat.
but we can move on.
I think we'll get off a little
Yeah, there's
more
one
up
song that I
here.
think's very off, but 5.
5 for me. And I'm sorry to do this, but it's Am I Dreaming?
Anyways,
It was actually a lot lower the first time I heard it, so you should be happy.
anyways, reasoning.
There's other songs I liked better, but I could
That's
see
I'll let you have it, I guess.
I could see Am I Dreaming growing on me
Okay.
a lot.
At number 5, I put One of Me.
Okay. Yeah, I put that a lot lower.
Yeah, but because I really enjoyed that song. I enjoyed the lyrics. I enjoyed the message of it, and so that's why it's where it is. But there are songs that I think are better / lyrically deserve better spots.
I don't like that I put that I put Am I Dreaming in the same place you put One of Me at all. But that's just the way it worked out, I
Yeah,
guess.
it
I'm
is.
sorry. It might go up,
Mm-hmm. 4.
maybe. 4 is Tales of Dominica for me.
Okay.
What's it for you?
For 4, I put Sun Goes Down
Oh, okay.
because I put it so high because of the content that's being discussed.
Yeah, you would like that.
Because of the content being discussed, I thought that it deserved a high enough ranking because he was actually opening up about problems in the community, and not many people talk about it
Yeah, you're right.
for
You're
fear
right.
of cancellation. But I thought that it was a very bold to talk about it, and I appreciate that he was giving room to make a conversation about a conversation that needs to be had.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's at 4.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a good song.
You want to move on to 3?
Did you say it was for 4?
I said Tales of Dominica.
Do you have any?
The only reason it's there for me is, because there are other songs I liked better. The first time I heard it, it was higher, but then other songs grew on me, so it got bumped down, unfortunately. But this was the first of the non-singles that I really liked.
Okay. So 3?
Yeah. 3 for me is Life After Salem. I love his vocal delivery here.
Okay, so 3 for me is Lost in the Citadel.
Okay.
It's because I can connect with the word.
Okay.
I have an
Your
emotional connection
personal
to it.
life, yes,
So
I
it's
understand.
Up high.
I won't complain too much then, but you better be glad, because
But
that's
there's
the
a
only
reason
way
it's
it
in
makes
3.
sense.
There's a reason it's at 3,
As opposed to...
as opposed to any higher.
Okay, why is that?
You'll see.
Okay, well, let's move on to that now. Number 2.
Number 2.
For me, it was That's What I Want.
Okay. For number 2 for me, it was Tales of Dominica, because I have a really deep personal connection with it,
Mm-hmm.
and really deep, like word for word almost. So it is above Lost in the Citadel, so I prefer it emotionally.
As it should be. But please, anyways, glad you had the taste for that. For me, we've discussed That's What I Want enough. I don't have to get into that again. Same with my number 1, which is Don't Want It. I don't have to go into that again. I really love that song.
For number 1, I put Am I Dreaming, featuring Miley Cyrus.
Understandably so.
Because it deserved it. Originally, I had it at number 2, with Tales of Dominica above it.
Really?
But then I was like, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you put Miley below.
Which is
anything.
why I was like, because I was like, Tales of Dominica, I had such a strong connection to.
Yeah.
And then that's why I had it in 1, but then I was like, Am I Dreaming just fucking deserves it, man. It just deserves it, man.
I would expect you to put Am I Dreaming above Tales of Dominica
Like,
for sure.
Am I Dreaming just deserves number 1. So that's why it's there.
The weird thing is I agree with you, yet I put it at 5. It was just, objectively speaking, Am I Dreaming is a very good song, but
It has Miley. Come on now.
I know, but
It's Miley.
Don't Want It did something for me, and so I had
Don't
to
disrespect Queen Miley.
put that at
Ever
number 1.
again.
I won't. You were the one that was disrespecting her the whole time. You said, "Oh no, she's trashy. I don't care about
I
her."
never said she was trash.
You implied it.
Okay, you get mad when I say that you imply things.
I don't know. Same with Lana. Anyways, yeah. Michael, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy the ranking. I like that we were close to it, and I really
I
did enjoy
know.
this album.
I liked this album too. It was probably my second favorite after Halt. Well, I don't know. Maybe we might rank the albums we've done at some point
This
after we
is,
get
I
a
think,
good number.
this is definitely out of the albums we've done my number 3.
Sour's my number 3. But that's fine. They've all been good. And the ones we have planned, I
I'm
think
so worried about the Grammys.
you are?
Oh yeah.
You think they're gonna snub someone?
No, I'm just worried. I'm just worried. Anyways, we can
I
discuss the
know
Grammys.
to
The
be
Grammys come out. We
worried.
could do a Grammy episode of nominations.
Yeah, I'll have some things to say about the previous Grammys and their treatment of a certain Canadian gentleman. But that's okay.
Anyways, don't want to ramble too long,
Yes.
but I hope that y'all enjoyed listening with us today and hanging out and discussing Montero by Lil Nas X.
We sure do.
And hope to see you next time for whatever we may be discussing.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thursday, if our release schedule goes accordingly, we will release a Billboard
Yes.
thing
That
as
is
well.
the plan, but other than that, I wanted to say farewell and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes.
Bye.
Goodbye.